Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Battlestar Galactica Season 1. This is our game unboxing and setup video. So just a quick time lapse, setting up the board, getting the pieces out of the box, and then we'll kind of go into the detailed setup overview. Please comment below. Comments are always appreciated. Like and subscribe. Love to grow the channel, and check us out on Patreon. We really appreciate your support. Thanks a lot. Okay, so we started the initial setup, unboxing the tokens, got them spread out on the board. Let's go through and do the board game setup, wrap up setup, and then we'll get on to turn one. Hey, before we start, just a quick shout out to book 1 and 2 of the Quantum Locksmith Saga from Pontos Fathom Press. This is the story of Dead Sons 11 and the Locksmith of Quanta. First book takes place at the end of the known universe, and there's 11 reanimated beings faced off against the black hole Erebus, black hole consciousness beings at the end of time, trying to reboot a universe to live past the third law of thermodynamics. And Locksmith of Quanta, a minor character in the first book, returns in the second book as the main character, sort of somewhere between H.G. Wells' Time Traveler, Doctor Who, and a bit of the Matrix, perhaps. The Locksmith of Quanta is guarding quantum irregularities throughout the universe with the core of Quanta as well. And he plays a major role in this book. It's both a prequel and sequel to this book, so it's because the Locksmith is traveling throughout the timeline. So it's great. Click on the links below, helps to support the channel. So let's get into board game setup. So I think what I'll do is I'll move the game box out of the way here, and I will refer to the rules of the game. So let's go through the setup. We've got all the tokens out. We've got our character tokens, and we're going to pick our character tokens a little bit later. So we'll go through that process. So we'll start out with the inventory of the items, and then we will. So we've got our characters. We've got our skill cards here. Various skill cards. We've got our loyalty cards, super crisis cards, our crisis cards. We've got the COBOL objective card, our destination cards, president and admiral title cards, and quorum cards. And then we've got our various ships, Cylon ships and Vipers. So we've got our dice and some various tokens. So, and then of course there's the board set up over here. Okay, so let's go through the setup. First we set up the board. Set the food dials in fuel to 8. So fuel and food is set to 8. Morale is set to 10. And population is set to 12. So we set up our tokens and ships. We can place 8 Vipers and 4 Raptors in the Viper Raptor reserve. So here's our Vipers. They go into that in the reserve here, and our Raptors also go in the reserve. So that's that. We determine the first player. So we're just going to say the first player is the first player, and we'll move on. Choose place and characters. So starting with the first player, proceeding clockwise, each player picks their characters. So let's look at the different character choices. We've got pilots, Adama, and Kara Thrace, and we also have Sharon, Boomer. We've got leaders, military leader, Saul, Adama, Hilo, and we've got political leaders, Laura Roslin, Gaius Baltar, Tom Zarek. So our first character, we're going to pick, of course, William Adama. Now, the next player has to pick from the remaining ones. So we'll pick Gaius Baltar, second player. So we've got the tokens here. Here's Adama. And here's Gaius Baltar. And then we'll pick our third player. We have to pick from the pilots, so we'll pick Sharon Valeri Boomer. And next we will pick, now we have to pick from the bigger sets, so we can pick either from pilots, military leaders, or political leaders. So we will pick, we'll pick Galen. Let's pick Galen. We don't have to pick Galen because he is just the one we can pick at any time. We will pick a second from the pool of pilot. We'll get Kara Thrace, Starbuck. And lastly, we'll pick Saltai from the military leaders. And we're going to put Adama, Rosalind, Hilo, Tom Zarek back in the box. So these guys are out for the count. But no worries, we've got our characters set up. And we'll be setting these up along this ridge here. So let's just put these here for now. Okay, so next, let's distribute the title cards. So we each got the title cards, so we've distributed the title cards to everyone. Just going to make some space for these here. And then when we get to turn one, we'll just space them out a little bit more efficiently. So just make room for them for now. Okay. The president title is given to the first available player in the list, Laura Roslin, Gaius Baltar. So the title cards are title cards. So Admiral is going to go to William Adama, is the Admiral, and President will go to Gaius Baltar. Next, we will set up the loyalty deck. So we're going to get the loyalty deck set up according to page 6. So let's skip ahead to the loyalty deck. So page 6. Loyalty deck. So remove you are a sympathizer card from the loyalty deck. So take these cards, remove the you are a sympathizer from the deck, then separate the remaining pile into you are a Cylon, and you are not a Cylon. You are not, you are. You are not, you are not, you are not, you are not, you are not. Remove the you are sympathizer. Create a deck. Deal the appropriate number of cards of you are silent and you are not a silent into the loyalty deck as listed below. So we've got 6 players. So we'll do 2 you are a Cylon cards. And 9 you are not a Cylon cards. Okay, and then we will adjust 1 extra you are not a Cylon for each Gaius Baltar and Sharon Valeri character. If playing a 4 or 6 player game, add the you are a sympathizer card and shuffle. the deck. So here is our deck. These are out of play. We'll move these up here, and we're going to shuffle this deck. And then we're going to deal one card to each player. Face down. And we'll like reveal these on turn one. We'll go through who's who. And then the remaining loyalty deck next to the game board. And let's just put this here for now. Loyalty deck next to the game. These will go back to the box. Okay, so that's creating the loyalty deck. Check. Setting up other cards. Shuffle the quorum deck. Here's the quorum deck. Here's the quorum deck. Shuffled. Place it next to the board. Can place this one over here. And we'll take the crisis, super crisis deck. We can shuffle this one. Crisis deck. Can shuffle this one. Okay, crisis deck and super crisis decks by the side of the board. Loyalty and quorum decks. And we also have to place the destination deck. Place the destination deck next to the board. So we'll put the destination deck up here. And then we'll place the kobold card next to it. Okay, the kobold card is next to the destination card. Let's turn it over on phase one, just to be nerdy. Okay, each player, except the starting player, draws a total of 3 skill cards. Okay, actually place the skill cards on each of the sections by the board here. So we've got the politics cards. Let's shuffle these up. Politics cards go here. Sorry, tactics cards go here. Engineering cards go here. Engineering cards go here. Piloting cards go here. Leadership cards shuffled and piled into the leadership card area. And the politics cards go in the politics spot. Okay. Next. Next, we're going to do receive skills. Each player except the starting player draws a total of 3 skill cards from among the cards he can draw. Receive skills on page 9. So let's go here first. On page 7, 8, 9, skill cards. Players draw skill cards according to the set on their character sheet. So everyone except the main player, right? It says, because he will start with the skill card on his turn. So each player except the starting player draws a total of 3 skill cards from among any of the cards he can draw during his receive skill step. The starting player does not receive skill cards now, but will draw skill cards at the start of his turn. Okay, so Adama skips. Sultai gets 3 leadership and 3 tactics. So let's give him 3 leadership. And 3 tactics. Okay. Karen Karathrace gets 2 tactics, 2 piloting, and 1 from either leadership or engineering. Let's give her engineering. This is not in the time where she was a leader. She's still a knuckle dragger. Okay, guys, Baltar gets 2 politics, 2 leadership, 1 leadership, and 1 engineering as a scientist. Chief Galen gets 1 politics, as when Galen gave that Berkeley speech about the throwing the bodies into the gears. We never knew Galen was a Cylon and a Berkeley activist. Okay, a cool part of the show. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, leave a comment below. Sharon Boomer Valeri gets 2 tactics, 2 piloting, and 1 engineering. I'm kind of hoping she's a Cylon, just like in the show. Okay, got the skills card. Starting player will get them on turn 1. To create the Destiny deck, so deal 2 skill cards of each skill type face down into the Destiny deck space on the board. So you get 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. And we're going to shuffle these up, and we're going to place them in the Destiny deck. Shuffling, shuffling. Okay, we'll cut the deck too, just to make it official. Place the Destiny deck there. And then we will place our pieces on the setup spot. So Adama is in the Admiral's quarters. Admiral's quarters, Adama. Karathrace is in the hangar deck. Galen is in the hangar deck. Boomer is in the armory. Yeah, it's so great. That's just like in the show. Guys, Baltar, research lab, coming up with his Cylon detector. Hardworking president. Sultai is in command. Okay, so our people are on the board. Now we set up the ship. Place 1 base star and 3 raiders in front of Galactica. So we put 1. Let's move these tokens off the board here. So these tokens are all going to come off the board. We'll put a Cylon base star in front of Galactica, and we will place 2 Vipers and 2 civilian ships behind Galactica. So 2 Vipers go to the side of Galactica, 1, 2. 2 civilian ships are noted by the radar blips on the Dratus, so they're behind the fleet. and 3 Cylon Raiders are placed with the base star. Okay. And I believe that is the setup of the game. Place 2 base stars, 3 raiders in front, place 2 Vipers below, 2 civilian ships behind. So that's reviewing the setup diagram. Looks like we've completed setup. And that's going to wrap it up for turn. Oh, let's see right here. The fleet marker is placed on the start track. I missed a few things. The fleet marker is here. The cards are all placed. 8 Centurion markers are placed on this track. If a Centurion marker reaches the end, the humans lose the game. So the Centurion markers are placed on the start here. Start like this. And that is it. Skill decks, space areas, Colonial 1, Cylon locations, and Colonial 1. Okay, very good. Okay, guys. So thank you for watching the setup. Let me know if I did something wrong here. I will see you on turn 1 right over here and talk to you in a little bit. Thanks for watching. Guys, leave me a comment if you'd like. Let me know what you think about Battlestar Galactica the game. Check out the links below. Join our Patreon. We're doing Battlestar Galactica game playthrough. Thank you for watching and see you in turn 1. Bye bye.